You ever wonder why some men just leave a mark on a woman's heart, while others fade away like background noise? It's not about money. It's not about looks. And no, it's not about driving a flashy car. It's something deeper, something emotional. Stick around because today we are breaking down the 5 things a man can do that a woman will never forget. All right, let's be real for a second. Relationships can feel like a mystery sometimes. One person remembers every little detail, like the way you ordered a caramel macchiato at Starbucks 3 years ago. And the other person? They can't even remember your birthday without a Facebook reminder. But here's the truth. Women remember feelings more than they remember facts. If you make her feel safe, seen, respected, or deeply connected, those emotions stick. That's why some guys live rent-free in a woman's mind for years. So let's talk about the 5 powerful things that make a man unforgettable. These aren't random tricks. These are emotional experiences that lock into memory. And the best part? Any man can do them. Point 1. He truly listens. Now, when I say listens, I don't mean sitting there nodding while scrolling on your phone. I mean active listening. Like when she's telling you about her day, you're actually paying attention. You remember the little things. Example, she tells you her boss at work is stressing her out. Next week you ask, "Hey, did things get better with your boss?" That small detail, that makes her feel heard. Why does this matter? Because most people don't really listen. They're just waiting for their turn to talk. When a man listens, really listens, she feels like she matters. And trust me, she won and forget the guy who made her feel valued in a world that's always rushing. Point 2. He protects her energy. Now hold up. I don't mean being overprotective or acting like a bodyguard. I mean protecting her emotional energy. Here's what that looks like. You don't add drama. You don't mock her feelings. You don't leave her hanging when she's vulnerable. Instead, you create calm. You bring peace. Like after a stressful day, you suggest grabbing Chipotle and binge-watching Netflix instead of picking a fight. A man who protects a woman's peace stands out in her memory. Because peace is rare, and when she finds it with you, she remembers. Point 3. He makes her laugh. Listen, humor is a secret superpower in relationships. A woman might forget the shoes you wore or what car you drove, but she will never forget the guy who made her laugh until her cheeks hurt. Picture this. It's raining, plans get ruined, and instead of sulking, you grab her hand and dance like fools under the streetlights. That moment? That's a story she'll tell for years. Fun fact, laughter actually releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. So every time you crack a joke or share a silly moment, you're literally building a chemical memory in her brain. Science and romance. Now that's a combo. Point 4. He supports her dreams. Here's something huge. Women never forget the man who believed in them. It doesn't matter if her dream is starting a bakery, becoming a doctor, or just training for her first 5K run. When you say, "I know you can do this," and actually mean it, that encouragement fuels her. Think about it. The world throws doubt at people all the time. Bosses, friends, even family might question her choices. But if you're the one guy who says, "Go for it, I've got your back," that's unforgettable. Support isn't always about grand gestures either. It could be taste testing her new cupcake recipe, or helping her practice for a big presentation. Those small acts of support stick like glue in her memory. Point 5. He creates emotional safety. This right here is the big one, the climax, the thing that separates unforgettable men from the rest. Emotional safety. It means she can be herself around you without fear of judgment. She can tell you her fears, her past mistakes, her weird quirks. And instead of laughing at her or dismissing her, you accept her. You might even share your own vulnerabilities in return. That moment when she feels safe to take off the emotional mask, that's when she bonds with you on a level most men never reach. And trust me, a woman never forgets the man who gave her a safe space to be fully herself. That memory becomes part of her. It's not just romance, it's connection. So let's wrap this up. The men women never forget aren't superheroes. They're not the richest guy in the room. They're not even the smoothest talkers. They're the ones who listen deeply, protect her energy, make her laugh, support her dreams, create emotional safety. If you do these 5 things, you don't just date her. You impact her. You become a memory she carries for life. Now, here's my question for you. Which of these 5 do you think matters the most? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to see what you think. And hey, if you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe for more psychology and relationship insights, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Because at the end of the day, the men women never forget aren't perfect. They're just the ones who cared enough to leave an imprint on the heart.